Before we get started with this video, I want to thank Brian from GQ Jewelers. They're located in San Diego, California, and they sell watches and watch accessories. GQ Jewelers will lend me watches from time to time. I get to make content and hopefully you guys will support them in return. I'll leave a link to their website and social media accounts. I have to say that fixed bezel watches were not my cup of tea for a long time. That all changed when I was fortunate enough to acquire a Rolex Explorer 2 black dial, reference number 16570. Let me tell you, that is a very underrated watch. Unfortunately, I ended up selling it to fund something else, but I did manage to record some B-roll for a future video. The reason I bring that up is because I'm looking for a watch to replace that one, and this, my friends, is a fantastic proposition at only $415. For the first time, the Seiko 5 Sports Feel series introduces a new watch with a GMT function. This, as you know, is a big deal and something we can all get behind. This particular model is the SSK 025. The prominent 5-sided GMT hand in that vibrant orange-red hue enhances legibility against the black dial. It really makes it pop. Now, Seiko watches like this put a smile on my face. They offer a ton of value for what you pay and really take you back to the good old days when Seiko was really affordable to get into. The specs of this watch are as follows. The case measures in at 39.4 millimeters, is 47.9 millimeters from lug to lug, 20 millimeters in between the lugs, and a 13.6 millimeter thickness. The watch weighs in at 79 grams, and it comes with a curved Rolex crystal and a water resistance of 100 meters. What I love about this watch is how simple yet complicated it looks. Let me explain. The entire case is made of 316L stainless steel, but finished in black, and according to Seiko, the case has hard coating. If it's anything like the hard coating they put on the SPB 143, then this thing will technically be scratch proof. The case has holes for AC strap changes, but ultimately the case looks very simple, like a field watch should. At the 3 o'clock, we find an unsigned 6.4 millimeter push and pull crown. I don't know why Seiko doesn't sign their crowns, but I'll let that slide. Although the crown is slim, interacting with it is not a problem. The fixed 24-hour bezel matches the finishing on the case, and numbers appear to be dark gray. The black dial has a subtle texture to it, and aside from that GMT hand and the date display, the layout is identical to the non-GMT models. The minute track features raised Lumabrite hour markers, while raised and brushed Arabic numbers further designate the hours. There's some writing on the dial, such as the applied Seiko logo, and below that, a printed Seiko 5 logo, the word automatic, and in big bold red letters, the word GMT. I love how Seiko played with the color of the second hand and GMT hand. It really does stand out. The dial to me is the complicated part of this watch. Unlike, say, the Hamilton Khaki Field with its very minimalistic approach, this really makes you feel like you're staring at a compass, and making the date wheel match the dial is a perfect touch. By the way, that curved Rolex crystal does make for some really cool distortions, and although technically this has a correct crystal for a field watch, I still prefer a sapphire crystal. The Lumabrite glows very nice and has been applied on the indices and hands. I won't get tired of saying this in every Seiko review. Seiko, in my opinion, has the best lume in the business, much better than a lot more expensive Swiss watches in the market. Here's probably the biggest downfall to me, the 20mm leather NATO strap that it comes with. I mean, the strap feels very supple and comes with black matching hardware and a signed buckle, but I can tell this strap probably won't hold up for a long time, especially if you get it wet. However, thanks to the 20mm lug width, that means there's a ton of different strap options to choose from. These two are some of the ones that GQ Jewelers actually carries, and they completely change the watch. On my 6 7/8 inch wrist, the watch feels very comfortable, and on the leather strap, I feel the watch looks still very much like a field watch, but with a touch of elegance. However, the favorite pairing to me has to be this green NATO strap. I love the color combination and personally elevated the watch from a 5 to a 10. That goes to show you how a strap can make or break a watch. It's also cool that this watch gives you a display case back, and through that display case back, we get to admire that in-house automatic caliber, the 4R34, that can be hand wound, features hacking, and the caliber actually features 24 joules and a 41-hour power reserve that beats at 21,600 beats per hour. Lastly, let's get into the GMT functionality. This GMT movement is called a collar GMT. The GMT hand can be operated independently from the main hour and minute hand. A collar GMT also allows the date to be adjusted in the same crown position that the GMT hand is in. Someone calling into different time zones would use the local/home hand differently than a traveler GMT. The GMT hand would reflect where they're calling. Overall, this watch is a must for anyone looking for a feel-style GMT watch in the sub $500 price point. Seiko does offer this watch in an all stainless steel version that comes with a bracelet, but the stealth version is the one for me. I think this watch is definitely worth checking out. Think about this: what other watch brand has a watch that's entirely made in-house? It's pretty inexpensive to acquire and gets the respect from the watch community. I mean, I could think of a few, but Seiko definitely holds the crown in that respect. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, be safe out there and stay humble.